Week 14 is officially in the books, and that means it's time for another quarterback film breakdown. Welcome back again. Thank you if you've watched before. If it's your first time, thank you for watching now. These are brought to you by Hot Chikn Kitchn in Woodbridge, Virginia. If you've never been, go there. You will not regret it. Again, Hot Chikn Kitchn. Try out their Nashville-style chicken. Two quarterbacks in this game. Alex Smith, Dwayne Haskins. One for each half. Alex really struggled in this game, and honestly, I'm not sure why. I think that they tried to make things a bit easier for him, but it just wasn't enough to sustain drives. Dwayne, I thought, played okay, not bad, not good, but just a couple plays where he was off just enough to result in a lesser play, and then one really bad throw that almost resulted in an interception. I think from Dwayne, they really tried to keep things simple. I think we saw a slight improvement from earlier in the season, but I think in some ways a lot of the same. So it'll be interesting to see who starts next week against the Seattle Seahawks. Overall, just a bad game for the quarterbacks, for the passing game through the air. Less than 100 yards. Both quarterbacks struggled, okay? And in the second half, we only saw 3 points scored by the offense. So we're going to dive into it, see what happened. A lot of it came down to third down conversions. They were 3 for 15, and the 12 they missed all through the air. So let's get into it. If you like these videos, again, subscribe, share, comment, like them, and I hope you enjoy another quarterback film breakdown here. Let's get into it. Very first throw of the game here. Alex Smith off to a rough start on the very first throw. Pretty simple what Washington is trying to do. Right, it's just coming across formation, running that dig route. Terry on the crosser. Cam Sims on the fly, and then Logan's going to come out just like that. Alex just completely misses him. He's got some pressure, but the pressure shouldn't have forced this bad of a miss, right? I mean, it's just, you can see it better from this angle. You can just see how bad of a miss it was. Yeah, right about there. And it's so bad that it almost makes you question if he even is throwing it to Terry or if he's throwing it to Sims. Now, he is throwing it to Terry. I'm sure of that, but I mean, that's since honestly, is he throwing it to Terry? I think so. I'm not positive. It's hard to tell. It's just a really bad throw. You're going to see Logan Thomas is going to just give 20 Ward there a bit of a shove, but not really do much. And then McKissick is tied up and isn't able to get over. So that's where the pressure comes from, not from the offensive line, but from the tight end and running back protection. But just a really bad start to the game there for Alex Smith. 3rd and 7 here, and not going to have a lot of options on this play. Alex, he's going to get it to Logan Thomas for just 3 yards. Logan's not a big yak guy, definitely not a consistent yak guy. But you kind of look and you see Cam Sims down here. He's not going to get open. Steven Sims is running a route short of the sticks. And then Terry, it's tough to see. It kind of looks like Terry's getting held, to be honest. But either way, he's not an option on the play. No one really gets open. Logan Thomas really, truthfully, was the only option there. And you look at Terry. Let me go back here. Terry's right here. And you just watch him, and it looks like, it kind of looks like a hold there that may have been missed, should have been called. But no options really here for Alex on 3rd and 7. You know, you look right here, and that's a no-go, that's a no-go, that's a no-go. This was the only option he had. So you don't convert, and you punt the ball away. Here we go with the 1st and 10 now. After 4 straight running plays, so they're going to fake the run, bootleg back the other way, and you're going to see Alex, and right about here, you know, is Terry open? Honestly, I think that might be Sprinkle. Logan Thomas isn't open, and then that's not an option. So, you know, one of these guys, I think there are guys who can maybe make that throw. I'm not sure if, I would say this is the option, the best option, put that on the sideline right there. I don't think Alex can make that throw now, though, to be honest. On these bootlegs, I actually don't love Alex Smith on these bootlegs anymore. He doesn't have the speed anymore, and I also don't believe he has the ability to drive that ball while running to his right, or really just moving to drive that ball, you know, with much velocity down the field when he's moving, just, you know, because of the surgically repaired leg that he's playing on. So 1st and 10, and, you know, there's nothing he can do here but throw the ball away. But I think that there are guys out there. I mean, I'd even say a Dwayne Haskins, you know, if it's accurate, physically can make this throw right here. But anyway, it's an incompletion, a throwaway. You don't lose yards. 3rd and 7 now. And I think this is actually Alex Smith's worst play of the game, and I'm going to show you why. It's incomplete here to Terry. It's underthrown. Terry slips, but even still, I think that ball is underthrown. It's not making it to him. But there's another reason I want to show you why I think this was the worst play of the game for Alex Smith. You're at the 35. You're moving the ball. You got to get to the 28. Okay, so you got to get right about here, right? That's the line to gain. I want you to watch Steven Sims running this dig route. Okay. So he opts for Terry, which is perfectly fine. Again, Terry's at about the 25. So those are the yards you need. You got to hit that throw. But then also you've got this right here. And I'm not questioning his decision because he threw to an open guy past the sticks. So the throw was bad. It's doubly bad that he missed Terry, who was open. And he also didn't throw to Steven Sims, who was also wide open with room to work. But the focus really should be on the underthrow. That's not something we see from Alex Smith typically. This sort of throw going to the dirt. This is that, Donovan McNabb classic. So this is a play that was concerning for me. And I don't know if it's this pressure that's coming that he rushes it, but even still, that's not something we typically see from Alex Smith. That's concerning to me. This was a bad play. You went on to miss the field goal right after this. This should have been an easy conversion. Should have been at the 25-yard line, right? You should have been right at the 25-yard line. Instead, it's a missed field goal, and the 49ers would take that and do something with it. So another 1st and 10, another bad play from Alex Smith. I don't know what he's saying on this play. I would love to know what he thought he saw on this play. He's going to take the snap, fake. He's going to throw it downfield to Logan Thomas, and maybe he just didn't see Richard Sherman coming underneath that throw. That's the only thing I can think of. But, this is it. He's throwing this ball, and the only reason it's not intercepted is because it's overthrown. So aside from the fact that the decision is very questionable, again, the throw is bad. Because even if Logan Thomas is actually open, say Logan's wide open and Richard Sherman isn't there, you still have an incomplete pass. On top of that, and we'll go back here. But on top of that, you go with the fake. You look downfield. You got Sprinkle coming. It's 1st and 10. You got Sprinkle coming. I'm not a big fan of throwing to Jeremy Sprinkle, but Jeremy Sprinkle is open, right? And then aside from that, it's tough to say exactly what would have happened, but it really seems like Cam Sims is on his way to being open there. He's taking Terry, and you got a middle field safety who can maybe make the tackle, but not make the play on the ball. So I'm not sure what Alex is saying on this play. It looks like cover 3, right? So Richard Sherman's zone is right here. So he's just dropping back into his zone. And look, who's on this side of the field? Sprinkle. Sprinkle's the only one. Barber and Sprinkle are the only potential threats on that side of the field. Sprinkle, he shows pass block set first. So immediately Sherman's getting into his drop. The only person headed into Sherman's area is Logan Thomas. Alex just commits to throwing this so quickly with other options available. Now, again, I don't know if it's the threat of pressure, and I'm saying the threat of pressure because the pressure was not real enough to force a throw. So I don't know if it's the threat of pressure on this play, right on 95 on Schweitzer, who's pushing him back into the quarterback, but just a bad play, a bad decision, and a bad throw, and this is why the offense couldn't move the ball. So now a 2nd and 10 after the incompletion, and thankfully not an interception. He's just going to go for Barber, a swing route out of the backfield, and you're going to get 2 yards. There wasn't much going on this play, not much. You've got Logan Thomas just running a crossing route underneath, which I would probably say was your best option. It feels like they went with more 2 tight end passing plays in this game. Logan Thomas and Jeremy Sprinkle. Jeremy Sprinkle is not a good option for you in the passing game. You got Logan Thomas again, who's open a bit, right about here. Looks like Alex is looking this way. You get 2 yards to Peyton Barber. He hesitates again. I think he wants Logan here for a second and then sees linebacker coming down on him. So Gets it out for 2 yards. 3rd and 8 now, and the first thing, again, to point out on this play really is just the inaccuracy by Alex Smith. We've seen this play so many times. Just the quick out to J.D. McKissic. And it's worked so well. So the first thing I want to point out really is just the inaccuracy, right? I mean, he's missing guys. He doesn't usually miss like this. The second thing I want to point out is I question either the play call or the route run by J.D. McKissic. Because you look at it and look where the sticks are, right? The sticks are right at the 35. This is where you got to get. And look at where McKissic is. And even if this ball is accurate, he's got to break a tackle here. And not only that, but you're calling this on the tight hash mark, right? Where you don't have the extra field to work with. So even if this ball is completed, I'm not entirely convinced that you're converting, because he doesn't run his route at the depth of the line to gain, and I don't think he has enough field, or he has to break a tackle. But more than anything, the throw is just completely missed. Alex Smith is just looking off. You got a 3rd and 5 now here after a couple of runs. They're going to work Robert Foster on a post route against Richard Sherman. Now, Foster wins, right? I mean, right here, he's won inside. Alex throws this ball up. Foster slows down on his route, which is, you can kind of see it right about here. He slows down some, and even before then, it seems like he slows down a bit there. Now, I don't know why he slowed down, okay? Now, I will say the one thing is this ball is thrown upfield, and it needs to be thrown more out in front and just thrown more up, right? You see the way Foster starts working up. Foster should be catching this ball probably in between the hashes is where the ball should be, and it doesn't quite make it there. But I think if he doesn't slow down, he still has a chance at it. It's 3rd and 5, and I mean they're working a lot downfield. And then your two options not downfield run into each other. So Alex has to get rid of this ball. And it's just an incompletion again. Robert Foster. I don't love, 3rd and 5, the critical down, running this play to, a completely unproven wide receiver against one of the top, or a still very good cornerback in Richard Sherman. I don't love that. He did win. Again, Alex he slows down, and the throw, I think, is a little misplaced, but I think Foster may still have a chance at it. And again, down here, I want you to watch McKissic and Thomas run into each other. Another failed 3rd down attempt. Now on 1st and 10, here's a good throw by Alex Smith. Happens because of a really good route by Terry Mclaurin, turning Richard Sherman around. Sherman doesn't have terrible coverage. He just doesn't cover him well enough. Boom. And a good throw. Perfect throw. Watch Terry Mclaurin get off the line here. Watch him get off the line. Inside, outside, inside, back outside. Really good. Good throw. Great route by Terry Mclaurin. I want to see that one more time. Watch. Outside, inside. Get him to turn around. Just a really, really good route and a really good throw. Another 1st and 10 now after the completion of Terry Mclaurin. Trying to work Steven Sims just on this swing pass. And you talk about accuracy, and we think down the field, deep throws, or quick outs. But, I mean, they matter in this short throw. This Steven Sims, now he drops the ball. You can be mad at him, but it's a good thing he dropped it because, it was 1st and 10 right at the 49. And so he drops it, and if he doesn't drop it, you're losing how many yards? 8 yards? So it's a good thing he drops it, but this ball is not put in a spot where he can catch it and make a move. He has to go to the ground to grab it, and at that point the play is over, right? And so, again, Alex Smith was just off. He was just off in this game. Now he's under pressure on this play, but it's these little things that matter. Steven Sims may have a chance here to catch this ball, make one guy miss, and have room to go. One guy miss and have room to go. If we look at it from the other angle, you'll see the amount of field he has if he's able to get this ball and be in a position. Now, it looks like he slips too, but he slips going for the ball. If he can catch this and make it go, and they've got this going down the field, they got this down the field, So it's just a one-on-one. Break a tackle, and he's headed this way. 1st and 10. That was a terrible arrow. Good drop there by Steven Sims, and really just a bad, short little throw from Alex Smith. 2nd and 10, and this is a staple, has been a staple. They're going to isolate Terry McLaurin. You get the motion across the field, and that isolates Terry, and that's about as easy as it gets in the NFL. Just a little slant route. Easy as it gets before the linebacker is able to get there in front of it, and you get an easy 13 yards there. 3rd and 10 now after a false start penalty. You had 3rd and 5, you lose 5, so that's a really bad penalty there. And this is just a design tight end, kind of like a screen. You only have the wide receivers out there blocking, Steven Sims, Cam Sims out there. 3rd and 10, I don't love this play call. You're right, Logan Thomas is not your yak guy. And so you end up getting only 5 yards back. I wonder if this play, though, on 3rd and 10 is being called because Alex Smith has struggled with accuracy so far on the day. I wonder if that. I also wonder, you've got 49ers here showing blitz. And so if you're, hoping or expecting to get a blitz there, and then you have to break one tackle, which Logan does break one tackle. It's the second one that he can't get through. I don't love this play call. In terms of execution by Alex Smith, he makes the throw, but I don't love the call here. All right, here you go. Get the ball back after a Chase Young forced fumble and a Deron Payne recovery. 1st and 10, something just a quick, short, let's get Alex in a rhythm here. Let's move the ball. Let's score here because we've got great field position. So this is just, you've got some hook routes, right? Just easy, quick stuff. Absolutely simple. Boom, get the ball to Logan Thomas. You get 9 yards. 2nd and 1. This is one of my favorite plays in the playbook. It's nothing crazy, but it's a bubble screen to Isaiah Wright from bunch. You always get yards on this play. They always get yards. I like Isaiah Wright with the ball in his hands in these situations. You got Logan Thomas and Cam Sims out there, 2 of your good blockers. Boom. 2nd and 1, 9 yards. Now it's 1st and goal at the 8. I really like this play. I like the design of it from the bunch. Easy throw for the quarterback. They've gotten yards every time. All right, so we got 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Bunch empty. Jaden McKissick is lined up out wide. You got Robert Foster out there. Now you see the triangle, this middle field triangle that, it's a West Coast concept, actually. Middle of the field, that triangle. Now, the 49ers play it well, man. They play it well. Robert Foster would be your one option on this play. He does a good job sitting in the zone. Now, I would love to know, he sits in the zone and then he starts to move back the other way, and I think that's why this isn't complete, because you'll see right here he's sitting, okay? So this is what Alex is saying. Foster, let's see if I can get it just right. Foster is saying this, right? So he's trying to come back, get himself a bit more open. That's usually a no-no. Is usually you want to sit in the zone, because if you move and the quarterback is not, he's throwing it to where you were, maybe there's someone behind there that's an interception. So Alex throws this ball to where Foster was. Now it's a low throw, but you see he's throwing it as Foster is moving back, and I think he's expecting Foster to stay. Now, there are situations where if you're covered, where you would make a move here. I don't know if that applies. I don't know, how they teach that. He sits, and then he moves back. It's still a low throw, and it's an incompletion. It's maybe you could say kind of catchable, but not a great throw, but also I think just a bit of miscommunication, a bit of a young player there. 2nd and 8 now. The 49ers, they're dropping 8. They're only rushing 3. So that's why they're covering well. Nobody is really getting open. You look right. You could say there's a window right about here. That's the one window I'd say is there. That's not there. This is maybe the other one, and then that's not there. The problem on this play really is that Alex bails from this pocket just way too soon and really for no good reason. And he just can't, he can't get around defensive ends. He's always going to have to throw that ball away. And you just look at the pocket he bails from. I don't know why he leaves this pocket. This is a frustrating kind of play. It's a 3-man rush. You got 5-man protection. You're good, right? He's fine. He's fine. He can step up right in here. The window we showed from the other angle, Isaiah Wright, I think is your best guy on this play right here. I think that's your best guy. But he's bailing at this point. Right when Wright is uncovering, he's bailing. And this is the type of play that, again, Alex Smith was not right in this game. He was not right, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it was just a bad game. It just happens. But he was not right. He was not right, and he should have thrown this ball to right. Right about here. Boom, thrown it. He should be throwing this ball right in there. And you may get a touchdown. Incomplete. Again, bails for no good reason. Incompletion. And here, just another 3-man rush. 8 in coverage. This is going to be a tough one. It ends as a sack, but it's really just Alex got stepped on by, I want to say it was Schweitzer. Schweitzer or Roulier stepped on his foot, and that's why he fell. Also, maybe what led to the injury, which is the reason he didn't play in the second half. But, I mean, the 49ers they were solid here. There wasn't much Washington could do. You look again right about here. And this time he doesn't bail, right or left. He does step up. But, again, no. It's third down. You got to score. No. You could say this is the one that has any sort of, quote-unquote separation. He steps up, Now you've got this guy coming in your face if he steps up, running up to tackle you. So I'm not sure if you're scoring a touchdown even if he does not fall there. But, offensively in these situations, you're looking at a screen or trying to run the ball or throwing a fade, jump ball. If you get a one-on-one, I mean, they're showing coverage. So I'm thinking screen, draw, but, just straight dropbacks 3 in a row, they don't work. But, again, on second down, I think you had a window to make a throw to Isaiah Wright. This play, you really don't have much going on that you can do here. 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard run, trying to score before halftime. This is one of those simple stick concepts. Out, boom, boom. Just going to hit Logan Thomas, you're going to get 5 yards. Again, I think they're trying to get Alex into a rhythm here because downfield is not working. He's having trouble reading the field. He's having trouble reading this defense right now. So let's get the ball out of his hands quick and not make him have to read the defense. Now on 1st and 10, for whatever reason, this Washington team cannot for the life of them run a running back screen pass. I mean, for the life of them, they just cannot do it. It's weird, and I don't know why, but it does not work. On this play, it's not sniffed out. McKissick just slips. I mean, it's always something, whether it's, the defense is sniffing it out, whether it's too much pressure, or in this case, the running back tripping, it's always something. But this team, every time they try to run a running back screen, it does not work. And I don't know why. I don't know what the problem is. But McKissick, again, stumbling, boom. It's incomplete. At least it wasn't a disaster. Now, on 2nd and 10, this is the interception that Alex throws. I said it a moment ago. He is having trouble seeing the field. His problems today are accuracy and seeing the field. I mean, he just throws this to it. I mean, Cam Sims is not open. He's not open. He's just, this is like in Madden when you decide who you're going to throw it to and you just throw it. I mean, the 49ers are running cover 4. They're not disguising. It's not it's boom, 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 right? It's just base cover 4. You got him out here, middle, right there. That's the gist of it. That's the gist of what they're doing. And they've got one coming underneath here, and they're only rushing 3. And so, in this case, maybe what's giving Alex trouble is that they're playing so much coverage. They're not bringing much pressure. They're dropping back, and they're just letting him make mistakes, and that's what's happening here. And then, I mean, you've got J.D. McKissick here, your underneath route. He just decides he's throwing it to Cam Sims, throws it, and it's intercepted. Just a bad play there by Alex. 3rd and 1 now out of halftime, and we're going to look at Dwayne Haskins. First time since week 4. Alex Smith, questionable to return. He doesn't return. We get a look at Dwayne Haskins. First attempt, 13 yards. Now, this is as easy as it gets. Let me show you what they're doing. 3rd and 1, and it's man, all right? And they're showing it's man, right? That's what the 49ers are doing. Everyone's in everyone's face. So they're doing slant, slant, slant. Logan Thomas in motion across. He's running an out. J.D. McKissic just out of the backfield. He's guarding J.D. McKissic. These slants inevitably are going to get in the way. They don't even have to get in the way a lot. You need 1 yard. McKissic going here and him trying to get there. There's going to be a natural rub, natural pick there. So watch the linebacker in coverage. I mean, it's his own man, right? I mean, it's easy. That's easy, 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 easy. Good stuff, good call. Simple, easy execution. Now 1st and 10. And I think they're trying to keep it simple for Dwayne Haskins. Now it's heavy. They're showing heavy run. 3 tight ends on the right. Logan Thomas is going to motion over. They got Cam Sims. They're showing heavy run, play action. And see how it's only a half field read in the sense that only half of the field is being used for routes by this offense. And I think they're just really trying to keep it simple here for Dwayne. Let me go back just a second here. And you've just got boom, boom, boom. Again, so if he's going back. You're going to decide whether or not you're hitting Logan Thomas, whether you're hitting the running back. And I think Barber's actually going like that. But, easy, simple stuff. Dwayne is being decisive, which is good. He's making a good, accurate, decisive throw there, and you're getting your 12 yards. So he got off to a good start. All right, 1st and 10 again now. They're showing heavy run again. I think they're really trying to get Dwayne Haskins some easy looks, okay? Some wide open guys to throw the ball to. We saw that earlier. They're showing heavy run again. Cam Sims, ball going this way. You got Sprinkle in the flat, and then I think they're trying to work Logan Thomas on this backside wheel route, right? You go play action, and again, Dwayne, he's going bootleg, but he's stopping. He's not continuing. Let me try to draw a good arrow, but he's not actually continuing. He stops and he's looking this way. And I'm pretty sure he's looking for Logan Thomas, right? That's who he wants, but the 49ers, they cover it well. Nobody's open except for Jeremy Sprinkle, but he's got a guy in his face. So he tries to sidearm it to Sprinkle last second and just misses. I'm not going to kill him for this one because I think the 49ers really just cover this play well. It's hard to tell who that is, but I think you're kind of counting on him sitting right there. That's what you want, is him to sit right there. And then if that happens, Logan is, again, wide open. Boom, touchdown. 49ers are still a sound defense. Tries to sidearm it, incomplete to Sprinkle. So now you've got 3rd and goal at the 3. He ran the ball to get up here, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin over the middle. A few things I want to point out on this play. First thing, I'm really curious to know, Dwayne Haskins takes a 7-step drop from the gun here. I mean, that's a deep drop. And what it does is it allows, it makes the job of these offensive tackles so much tougher because all the defensive ends have to do is just run past them. If you stop right about here, maybe they can do something. And in this case, the 49ers bring pressure. So I'm not saying that I think it makes a ton of difference, but I'm just curious. Now, Dwayne may be anticipating pressure, just tries to give himself as much space and time as possible. Okay. That was the first thing I found to be interesting. The second thing is Terry McLaurin is who Dwayne is trying to find here on this play. He's just running a crosser. And Terry is so close to getting wide open. Okay, he gets bumped there. But his man also gets bumped. Much worse, right? That's what Everett. He's messed up. Terry now is on the way to catching a touchdown, except 51, who showed blitz and rushed, drops back, and now he gets in Terry's way, and now Terry is just out of the play. Okay, you can see it better from this side. If that linebacker isn't in Terry's way, if he's even just a step forward, then Terry's wide open for a touchdown. See, right there. Dwayne throws it anyway, which was ill-advised because that could have potentially been an interception to the linebacker there. I'm interested to know if this is a pre-snap thing because watch Steven Sims down here. His guy gets tangled up, and I mean, there's your touchdown. There's your easy touchdown. But Dwayne is, he's looking for Terry. He's waiting for Terry. I wonder if it's pre-snap where he's deciding where he wants to go, or if he's supposed to be going through these progressions. I'm going to guess it's progressions, and come off it right there and look Sims' way, and boom. Or you say Logan Thomas, he's running a little out, and then and I think there's a window there as well. If you look right about here, I think there's a window there. It stays on Terry too long, I think, and maybe the pressure, he just forces the ball out. I mean, he's a young guy, and this is the first time this game he's really having to read this defense like this. They're bringing pressure. Incomplete, you kick a field goal. Now 1st and 10 on the next drive. And just an 8-yard completion here to Cam Sims. I think it's a solid decision, a solid throw. You get 8 yards. Way to be decisive. If you're indecisive, you throw this ball late, could easily be an interception. So good decision there. I think maybe you want this ball a little bit more out and up so Cam can maybe have a chance to keep running. But still, you get 8 yards, a solid gain on 1st down. And this play call is interesting, right? You got Sims motioning. You got the action, the jet sweep action here by Sims. Then you got Isaiah Wright on the end around action. You got Logan Thomas pulling across the formation to block. You're going play action that way. So a lot happening on this play, right? Interesting design there. Works well enough, and you get 8 yards. 2nd and 5 here. You're going to lose 1 yard. And I think this is Peyton Barber, who's not your receiving back, just making this catch look a lot harder than it needs to be. J.D. McKissick or Gibson, I think, catch this and just keep going. Barber catch, stumble, fall, get back up. I think it was just it should have been a much simpler catch. The throw could be slightly better. Put it on his chest, put it on the numbers. He's thrown it, sidearm again, but Barber just makes this tougher than it needs to be. Just work him out of the backfield quickly. And I think it's the right decision there. I mean, you look at it, and they're playing man, and where's Barber's man? He's uncovered. He's open. So Dwayne makes the right decision. Barber just makes it much tougher than it needs to be. And then I need Logan Thomas, to get on his man here and block, because I think then Barber actually would have time to get up and then run up field. So a good play by Dwayne in terms of getting that ball out to the wide open running back out of the backfield. Just, I think his teammates failed him a bit there. Now 3rd and 6. You've got these routes pushing these zone defenders back. And you're going to get Logan Thomas coming across the formation. Just a crossing route and get you those 9 yards when you needed 6. So just another easy read, easy throw there, and a good play there by Dwayne Haskins. 3rd and 7. And this play is unfortunate. Steven Sims and Dwayne Haskins, neither of them helped each other here. I like Steven Sims still. I think he can still be a solid player. Okay, I think he needs opportunity. He runs a really good route here, gets himself open. Now he drops a ball that you can say should have been caught, and I will say it should have been caught, but it was a tougher catch than it ever should have been. He would have been helping his quarterback on this one, and you can see it better from the broadcast angle. But this ball was low and out front. And you see Dwayne, he's not under any pressure. He's got to get this ball on the numbers. Up here. Right there is where that ball should be. It's low, it's out front. So Sims, in this case, would really have to make, I think, a diving catch, really reach and grab it, which he does need to do. He's at fault for not catching it. But Dwayne's got to give him a better, easier throw here. Catch, and then he can run up field and get you maybe to the 20 or further down the field. So I think that Sims didn't help Dwayne, and I think Dwayne didn't help Sims, basically, is what happened on this play. 3rd and 7, you didn't convert. You end up punting the ball. I'm always shaping up to be a good drive. 1st and 10 now. Go play action, and you're going to have a sack. Now, this sack is not on Dwayne. For one, Logan Thomas coming across the formation trying to make this block is tough, but he just doesn't get there. I think he doesn't come across the formation hard enough. He's got to make a beeline across this formation and get that block. We've seen Sheriff, some of these offensive linemen do it. He's got to get up there and just give his quarterback some sort of time. Also, Isaiah Wright, if he's supposed to try to chip and help, which it seems like he is, I don't know what that is. That was not a help. Right? That was nothing. So you get essentially a free rusher here. He's expecting to have time. Downfield, Sims isn't open. And Terry kind of manages somewhat to get open. I would call Terry open in the NFL. But Dwayne at this point is sacked. You have your check down options, but again, he doesn't have time to go from, what it seems like is 1 to maybe 2, or maybe just to 2 here or 2 here. He doesn't even have time for that. Protection doesn't hold up. This is a sack. And now after the sack, 2nd 18, you get 1 yard, 3rd and 17, and you're really not expecting much to happen here. At least it's not the Jay Gruden classic screen or draw, which you could see from a mile away. It's just 5 yards to Steven Sims. And there's not a lot of plays for this. And, there's just not much you can do here. The sack on 1st down killed you, and not getting anything back on 2nd really killed you. So 2nd and 10 after a run for no yards on 1st down, and this play seems like something was wrong or something's off, and maybe not, but it just seems weird, right? You've got Logan Thomas, who almost seems like he's going to wheel up the field. McKissick, pre-snap, jet sweep motion, he runs this way, and then you fake this way, and then the whole line goes this way, and you've got both of your running backs, both of your fakes going that way, and it kind of it looks weird. It looks like something is wrong here. Somebody did something wrong, and in all of that, you end up with the free, rusher, which you would anticipate on a boot, or they were maybe expecting him to crash down, but, they were maybe hoping for him to crash down on the fake, but he doesn't. And I almost wonder if somebody did something wrong here. I'm not sure. Now, Cam Sims is just running that crossing route, and he gets him. He's wide open, right? The linebackers, you got to bite on that. Now look at Cam Sims. Dwayne is under pressure here, but I remember back when Dwayne was playing, and one of the things I said was I would like for him to stand and try to make throws a bit more sometimes, rather than trying to run or evade the rush. I'd like to see him just stand and make a throw. And in this case, this is one of those situations I think I'd like to see him do that. Fake. You got the free rusher. I'd like to see him keep his eyes downfield and just get this ball out there and just take a shot instead of trying to avoid the rush. And then just, I'd rather him try to make this throw to this wide open receiver. You got margin. You got room for error. He'll have time. If you throw it short, or, you don't have to make a perfect throw on that one. He's so wide open. But I'd really like to see him, I think, drop or stop his drop or drop back, boom, stop, and then just throw that up there. It's an incompletion. A weird play. Now on 3rd and 10, this is probably Dwayne's worst throw. Well, it is his worst throw of the game. There's just no reason on this slant route you're throwing this ball that hot and that it's overthrown, that it's high, and that it's very nearly intercepted. He's not under pressure. He's got a clear throwing lane. You can't miss this throw. Not in this situation, especially not in this situation on 3rd and 10, especially not when you're winning by 1 possession and you're in the other team's, side of the field. You can't have this. This was bad. This was almost a play that potentially puts the 49ers right back in this game. There's no reason to miss this. He's thrown these slants back when he was playing. He's thrown them and thrown them well earlier in this game. Throwing these easy balls and was hitting them no problem. This one, not sure what happened. But you can't miss that. I think there's a bit too much heat on it. One of the things he's needed to work on all along is regulating the velocity, throwing with touch at times. And it's not always throwing with touch. It's just not always throwing full strength, whipping the ball in there. Just throw it in there, but you don't have to throw a rocket every time. That's one thing he needs to work on still, clearly, is regulating the velocity with which he throws the ball. Hoping something he can get better at, but he struggled with it the first 4 weeks he played, and he struggled with it here. It led to a high throw, and it should have been intercepted by either of those safeties back there. Got very lucky that it wasn't intercepted. 3rd and 6, we've got a familiar play. This was the very first 3rd down when Dwayne came in the game. Slant, 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 flat. You're trying to work McKissick. Man coverage, get the linebacker caught up in the traffic. Doesn't work quite as well this time. You're going to see right here Sims trying to get in his way, but you can't be obvious. You can't get offensive pass interference. So, he stays off of him just enough, and his own guy stays off of him, and so he's able to get out there and make this play. Now, I think McKissic's got to fight a little harder. I think McKissic needs to fight a little harder here to get this first down. But, again, this is the same play that we saw earlier. It doesn't work quite as well just because you don't get the rub, so you don't convert. It's 4th and 1. They challenged. It was not overturned. I think McKissic's got to fight a little harder there, but also a good play there by the linebacker. Ultimately, I thought Alex Smith was very bad. Give him an F on the day. Just a rough day, and then he got hurt. He couldn't see the field well, and he was inaccurate. It was strange, and hope that if he's able to come back and play next week or this upcoming week, that those problems don't persist. For Dwayne Haskins, I'd probably go with just a C. He started off strong coming out the half. Again, they simplified things, tried to make some throws easy for him. He delivered on those. When he had to process a bit more, that's when you started to see some struggles or some incompletions. He wasn't as inaccurate, except for that throw to Terry Mclaurin at 3rd and 10. Now, that was a bad one. You can't have that. And so if he's forced to play against the Seahawks, that's really what you want to see, is how consistent he is with accuracy. Dwayne Haskins' inability to escape and create, in the pocket or outside of the pocket really hurts him. And, it leaves something left to be desired. But ultimately, Alex Smith, I would say F. Dwayne Haskins, I would say C. And we'll see who is able to play against the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you again for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share, do all of that. Check out our podcast, the Tay and Todd Washington Football Podcast. Check it out. And reach out to us on Twitter at Tay and Todd. We'd love to connect with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back next week.